All right, welcome everybody to your soul expression forecast for the week of July 13th to July 19th. This is where we discuss an overview of energies, the cosmic energies playing out for your soul's expansion and growth. And today you see Jessica with me. So hi Jess, good morning
Hi.
or good afternoon wherever you are. I'm in Canada and Jess is in the US. And so we have a couple hours difference. So you can always let us know in the comments where you're from. We would love to know where you're listening to us from. So yeah, last week you seen me in the video, but I did discuss that Jess and I are teaming up together and we're working together. So it's so nice to have you on our weekly, Jess. How's it going?
Good. Yeah, it's good to be here. Gonna pull a card at the end of
Yes,
the
love it.
video for you all. So yeah, good to be here.
Excellent. So hopefully you guys can find some value in something that maybe it's just a word, maybe it's just a little bit of information that will help you, gain deeper trust in yourself and the process you are currently moving through and help you navigate your soul's evolution at this time. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Brandy and this is Jess. And yeah, we are here to really support you in embodying your unique energy signature and to navigate your soul's ascension process, evolution process, growth process. You can call it what you want, but it's just the fact that we are always moving and flowing through different cycles of energy and our own. So hopefully this will give you a little bit more understanding. So yeah, do you have anything to add on that, Jess? Like of what we are here to do and support and
I feel like as we pay attention and navigate the energies, it just makes it easier to honor ourselves where we're at.
yes. Yes, exactly where we're at, not always having to try to figure it all out. And actually, that's a big part of the message this week of what I'm intuitively feeling. So again, this is an intuitive exploration of the energies. And Jess will pick a card for us to help us navigate this week. So what I do usually in these weekly chats, we'll see the cosmic weather is kind of reflecting back to us and yeah, maybe gain a little bit of more clarity of what we're feeling or sensing. And what I was reflecting on this morning too is allow us to detach a little bit from the process of growth, because not taking things too seriously, because when we are aware of what's transpiring energetically, then we can maybe be a little bit more at ease. It doesn't make it always easier because we still have our emotional processing, but then maybe we can understand that, we are moving through something. Other people are moving through something. There's a lot of things going on. And right now, as we kick off the week, July 13th, it's going to be at a different time depending on where you are in the world, but the moon is moving in Capricorn for her full illumination. So she's coming to her full moon. That's how we're kicking off this week. And this is a big moon because this is a full moon in the sign of Capricorn, conjunct Pluto, which is the transformer, which Pluto and Capricorn is shifting all the ways we view and feel the structures that we've been building or that has been built. And as we can see in our collective consciousness right now, a lot of that is falling apart. So what the moon is highlighting for us this week as we kick off the week, she's coming in and she's asking us, she's transforming the way we are committing to self, the way we are committing to ourselves. So I'm really feeling that this moon, as we start this week, is really bringing in themes of discipline, of commitment, of challenges, being challenged. And it's also bringing in a lot of change, a lot of individualization as the moon moves through Aquarius at the midweek. And then she is moving through Pisces over the weekend, where we're going to have time to process a lot of emotional awareness and clarity that this full moon is going to be bringing up. don't be surprised if you are feeling emotions already. We tend to feel these moons a couple days before and a couple days after. And yeah, through Pisces, we will be able to this weekend maybe reflect more on more of that letting go and of that healing and trusting our intuitive sense. What else is happening? The sun is opposing the moon in Capricorn. She's opposing her as she's still in Cancer, and Cancer is bringing up a lot of emotional awareness. So it is an emotional time this week. And I feel as we move through the end of July and as we go into August, and we'll talk more about what's going to happen then, but we are, as the cosmic energies are moving continuously, we can be feeling all kinds of things. So yes, we have our weekly that we discuss here as the moon moves, the sun moves, but there are bigger energies and cycles at play here. And one of those big energy cycles that started, I think in 2018, that's Uranus and Taurus. And I've been talking about this almost every week. I talk about Uranus and Taurus because this is where the ground underneath us is being shaken. And we have the North Node in Taurus, and the North Node is about our future, about moving ahead. So this full moon will also be bringing up things from the past, yes, but how are we moving forward? How are we committing to ourselves? What boundaries do we need to put into place to make sure that we are tending to our needs and that we are, oh, there was a little something going on with the volume, but that you are committed to what you want to feel and experience in this world. So that moon is also, it is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn right now is really important in the way we're going to be structuring our lives. Saturn wants to bring structure to our lives. It wants us to have boundaries. It wants us to be responsible for our energy. So those themes are coming up this week, as well as themes of Mercury in Cancer, which is, you know, trusting your right brain, not just the left brain, thinking of having things linear. You know, here it's about clarity through your feelings, clarity through your intuition. And one last thing I want to talk about this week that will be happening is at the end of the week. So around the Sunday, the 17th, I believe. Yes, Venus enters Cancer. So we're going to have an energy shift on Sunday as well that we're going to sense and feel, because here comes Venus. She's been moving through very quickly, actually, through Mercury, where she's giving us our beauty and expression, if that makes any sense, but like how to communicate in a beautiful way, in a nice way. It's even like wanting to be social a little bit, but here she comes in Cancer, where she's gonna be in all her feels. Again, a lot of feelings. So if there's a lot of things coming up for you from your past, this is a great time this week to start cutting those emotional ties, to finally, and yeah, I just made the click right now, to finally grow up, to finally mother yourself. Okay. Because the sun in Cancer is highlighting all that. And that axis is Capricorn, and Capricorn is the adult. So Cancer would be the child, Capricorn's the adult. And I'm full of goosebumps right now because I just felt the connection. This is where we're seeing it live on our recording, because I just felt it intuitively. What's happening this week, especially with that moon kicking off our week, is it's time to grow up. Okay. It's time to grow up and take responsibility for your emotional needs, and where you may have not had those needs met when you were a child, or whenever, you know, it could be recent, but mostly, you know, as we grew up. And now it's time to take responsibility. And just quickly, the way I share with you guys around these cosmic energies is through the lens of evolutionary astrology. So it's about evolutionary astrology at its core is emotional awareness through the ascension process, through the evolution. It's evolution through emotion. So through understanding. And one last thing is that before I give it over to Jess for how to navigate this with the card she pulled, is, Cancer, the sun in Cancer represents the human experience at its core. Cancer feels everything, and we are meant to feel our way through. And that's kind of what we're understanding as we were experiencing this evolution, the shift, is that we are going to have to rely on how we feel and honor how we feel about everything. How I say, just people, places, and things. Like, everything is shifting, everything is changing. So we got to rely on ourselves, grow up, and take responsibility for emotions. So, we could be feeling, I don't know about you, Jess, but irritable. We could be feeling super emotional. We could be feeling victimized. But those are all things that we can look at and say, oh, hey, this is messages for us to turn this around and take responsibility for what we need. So yeah, I'm going to leave it to Jess. I tend to have a lot to say, and we really want to condense this in a shorter amount of time, but I don't know. I'm just trying to, as I drink my Tim Hortons coffee here from Canada, really trying to give you a little bit of overview. So hopefully that makes sense and you can help navigate the week. What do you think, Jess?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I totally felt that when you were talking about tuning in and feeling it and making that connection. I totally felt that as well. So one thing that stood out for me was, as you were sharing, was the part around boundaries. And I feel like a lot of us have been working on setting boundaries for the past several months. And it can start to feel exhausting. It can start to feel like, again, I have to set a boundary again. I just set a boundary yesterday. Why do I have to set a boundary again today? Sometimes it gets exhausting. But I feel like there's that message for you, that for all of you, that you're doing great. Good job. It's not easy to keep setting boundaries, so keep doing that. And I feel like a lot of the energy of this coming week, it feels like just a little bit of closure around boundaries, not in the sense that you'll never have to close a boundary again, but that you've made a shift within yourself in your ability to set boundaries and to stick with it and to have that emotional awareness around it. And it's like you said, time to grow up. I feel like that's really connected to, yeah, it's time to grow up, to take responsibility. And the card I pulled, I feel like, is to help with that. And so I pulled from Oracle of the Seven Energies. All right. And the card I pulled was Broken Open. Okay. This is connected to the heart chakra. You can tell she has light in her heart space. So I feel like that's really letting us know that over this next week, anytime those feelings come up, like you mentioned, it can make you feel irritable, or whatever, that growing up makes you feel, like the victim, or for some of you, it may even be anxious feelings, right? You have an adult task or grown-up thing you gotta just take care of, or taking responsibility for yourself and your actions, making better choices. Maybe it is still some boundaries that need to be set, but sometimes that can make us feel in our heart space like that anxiousness. And I feel like it's just that reminder to come back to your heart space. Anytime over this next week you're feeling those feelings come up of whatever it is you're going through, whatever it is, where it's like, yeah, time to grow up, time to take responsibility, connect to that heart space, take a few deep breaths. Because anytime you're feeling that way, it is your body letting you, it is your body reminding you hey, come back, connect to me. And what better way to connect to ourselves than to put our attention into our heart space and just breathe. So I feel like that's the message from the card, is to just breathe through it. So do
Absolutely.
you have anything else to add there?
No, I think that's really great. And I love both our energies, Jess, of what we can bring for the week as we bring information to people, but we also bring a bit of guidance. And Jess and I, for those of you who don't know, we are working together. We've been working behind the scenes to really come up with, and I think I mentioned this before, but really number one for ourselves, a place where we can navigate this journey and talk about it and share about it and explore it. And at the end of the day, navigate it, the best way we can. And by getting to know our own unique energy signatures and of one another, Jess and I were like, yeah, if other people can come and join us and we can help support other people as well, this is great. So we're working on a community and that we would love to share that community with you and share our insights. And I mean, I'm sure everybody has their own insights, but it's great when we can come together with like-minded people and work, navigate this journey together.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to everything we have to offer and share to help others. So thank you everyone for watching. We'll have this every week. I won't be on every week. Brandy's really good at giving us the forecast, and I'll pop in from time to time. But if you haven't already subscribed, we do have in the description, you can subscribe to our newsletter, stay up to date with what we're doing, receive your weekly video. There's also a link to the wait list for the membership there. You can join there too if you're feeling called to. So thank you, everyone.
Absolutely. With lots of love and flow, everybody. See you in the next.